Okay guys, I am back again. I actually just shut the camera off, let those people go by, and here I am back again. People have asked me this. Mostly people who I meet who know that I go in the woods and look for Bigfoot. And the first things they ask me are whether or not I whoop or knock. My answer is simple. It is just a flat no. I don't whoop and I don't knock. There's a lot of Bigfoot evidence out there that people who... There's a dog like in panic right now out there. I don't think it's Bigfoot. I think it's a Chihuahua. Anyway, people always ask me that. No, I don't knock. And the reason I don't knock is we have very little proof that Bigfoot exists, right? There are people who've seen it. I'm one of those people. I've seen him. I know he's out there. I've seen purely, I would say, is it circumstantial evidence? I'll figure that out. Maybe do a video on those. But it's circumstantial evidence. I know that areas of the woods where I have seen Bigfoot, there are certain things that exist in those woods that I don't find in other woods. I am just now finding them in another stretch of woods, 208 miles away. I think it's a little further than that. I think it's like 213 miles away from where I used to find the other evidence, and that's really the area I'm concentrating on now because I live down here. But we have no proof that Bigfoot knocks. We have no proof that Bigfoot whoops. We have recorded evidence of something in the woods making noise. We have recorded evidence of the knocks. We don't have video evidence of Bigfoot knocking. We don't have video evidence of Bigfoot screaming. We have witnesses, but look around YouTube. We have witnesses for pretty much everything. There are all kinds of people out there who could claim pretty much anything they wanted, put it on YouTube. And that's one of the things that I think diminishes those of us who put our videos on our observations. I'm not really a researcher, I'm an observer. But that's one of the things that undermines our credibility. Let's say a YouTuber really finds Bigfoot. What happens then? There's another little dog. Maybe they were barking at each other. Okay. So I don't knock. Here's the thing. I've traveled a lot. I've traveled lots of places in the world. I speak French. I speak Spanish. I know a little Russian. I know a little Arabic. I speak Swedish. And when I speak those languages, I know what I'm saying. So if I'm going to go out in the woods and talk to a large hairy ape man, it's not going to be random words that may or may not be in his language. We don't know that. Why would I do that? What if I'm saying, hey, you big fat hairy ape, come kick my ass? I'm just not going to do it. It's not, you know, we don't know what we're saying. Does it attract them in? Some people say so, but once again, that's I guess at that point it's their empirical evidence and their word. But I don't knock simply because I don't know what I'm saying. And I don't know. I would rather know what I'm saying than just knock like a crazy man on trees. So I don't knock. I go out in the woods, I look for things, I report to you guys what I see, and I try and stick with reasonable, rational explanations for things. I think that teepee, you're going to hear a car leaving. I think that teepee that we saw, that you saw on my video, I think that was man-made. I don't know that, but I think is it Fulcum's razor? I think it is. That would suggest that it was man-made. I see people in the woods all the time. Every single one of those sticks is small enough for me to lift. And I'm not really good at lifting things lately. So therefore, it makes sense that it's the people walking by that area every day, putting those things in a stack. There are other things, the big X's that I've found. The big X's, okay, it's interesting. People say Bigfoot does it. Again, we don't have video of Bigfoot making giant X's in the woods. We don't. It's just you and I who say, oh, well, we find these things in areas where we find Bigfoot evidence. And unfortunately, most of the Bigfoot evidence that we get is purely circumstantial. Is it Bigfoot? We have someone who saw it there. Maybe you saw it there. I know I saw mine somewhere. And I know in those areas I saw these things. But we don't have, a new tree lean. That's kind of cool. Do we know Bigfoot leads sticks on trees? No, we don't. But we continue to go out and look for them. But if enough people are out there looking, we're going to find something that will lead to things. Will we find a translation book to know whether knocks and whoops and whistles are Bigfoot? Maybe. We find a language. We've got recordings that would suggest maybe a language. We don't have video of it actually being Bigfoot saying it. We've got eyewitness accounts. And really that's what most of our evidence is based upon. And eyewitness accounts, if you ever are in a court case, I was on jury duty, and it was a murder case. There are not a lot of murders in small towns, but this was a murder case. I was on the jury, and although there were eyewitnesses, they brought in, right after that, investigators of some sort. I don't exactly remember what they were, but basically these investigators were able to completely discredit not just that person's eyewitness accounts, but eyewitness accounts of anything in general. And I don't mean to belittle the people out there finding evidence. I don't, which is circumstantial. There's evidence that I'm talking about that may or may not be Bigfoot. I worry that we're putting our eggs in the wrong basket. Is that even a saying? Did I just make that up? But you know what I mean. We need to concentrate on physical, sustainable, repeatable, there we go, evidence. We need things like fur. We need things like footprints. And even that, there's proof that people have faked that. So I don't think that's going to stand up. I think there's very few people out there. The only name that I can come up with is Dr. Jeff Meldrum on, hey, yeah, I'll look at a footprint and let you know what I think. There's probably 10 more. What is he? An anthropologist? I don't even know. But there's probably 10 more people with the same job who would say, that can't be Bigfoot, that's faked. So that's why I don't knock, because we really can't prove what that is. And this is now a 10-minute video on why I don't knock in the woods. So it's actually 9:05, 9:06. There we go. I'm going to get my butt out in the woods because it's 62 degrees right now, and I'm in the shade. I'll show you what happens on this walk. Have a good one. Let me know what you think about that. And don't be mad at me for questioning Bigfoot evidence. Have a good day.